Hello, everyone. This is how to use assignments in SmartMusic. I've got Sydney Voorhees here helping out. We're going to show you how to find SmartMusic and how to play your assignments. Sorry, Sydney. Go ahead and say hi.
Hi.
First off, when you're in Google Classroom, you want to click on Classwork. And one of the resources at the bottom is the sticker chart. We had the stickers in our classroom before, but now they are up online and they are all digital stickers. So as you guys complete assignments, you can get more of these digital stickers added to your chart. If you want any other picture besides the one you see there, just let me know. I can maybe add you your own special sticker picture if you want. Sydney found that she was on page 21, but just to make this more easy to record, she's going to go back to page 14 to show you how it works on SmartMusic. That's okay, it's just slow loading. Sometimes this page has been a little slow to load because there's so much information on it. So you can see in the middle of Sydney's screen it says working. Just be patient with this screen and find which page you need. Sydney, if you just bring your mouse over to the X, and then as soon as it lets you, you can close out of the sticker chart.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. Above the sticker chart in Google Classroom, it says sign-in information for distance learning tools. And if you go down to SmartMusic, you'll click on that link to sign up for SmartMusic.
I have it over here.
Sydney's already signed up, so we're going to have a separate video showing you how to sign up. For now, this is assuming that you already are signed up. When you get there, there's a giant box that says assignments due, and there's 44 assignments. But don't worry, you do not have to do 44 assignments. It's just that each page from the book is already uploaded as a separate assignment, and you only need to do the page that you're on. So Sydney, if you can click on View All at the top. And you can go to the page that you're going to use to show us how this works.
Okay. Oh, here, wait. Oh, here it is.
Okay, hold on a second before you hit the complete. So for each page, you no longer have to play everything on the page for me. The only thing you have to do to earn the sticker is to play the one thing from the page that I picked out for it. But if you click where it says see instructions in blue, if you only play that song from the page, it's going to be hard to do. If you play the entire page before it, it's going to help you get better at your instrument, especially with the skills that you need for that last test song. You can click hide instructions. And when you click on complete assignment, even though it sounds like you're saying you're done, that's actually how you get started. So Sydney's going to pick her instrument and click OK. And then it loads. Okay, Sydney, use your mouse for a second. I'm just going to point to a couple things before you start. First, in the top left, it says accompaniment. You can use that to adjust the volume of the background music when you play. To the right of that, it says my part. Use that to adjust how loud the violin or your main part is when it plays. And to the right of that is metronome. That's the steady beat. You can adjust the volume there. Right now, the blue bar on the first note shows you that that's where it's going to start if you play. If Sydney clicks on any other note, she could also start the recording from any other spot in there. And you can see the blue bar moves when she clicks. If she hits the green play button, it'll just play what the piece is supposed to sound like, and you can use that to listen to it before you have to play. When it plays, you'll hear how fast it's going to go. So if you want to do that one more time, and you can see the numbers light up at the speed it's going to go. And then you can hit pause. Then you can hit pause, Sydney. The sound quality is going to be better when it comes out of your own computer. It's just that when we do this recording from Sydney's screen, we don't catch everything that the computer plays. So now, here's the key. Sydney's going to record the assignment so that it can be sent to me, and it's going to tell her right away how she did on the assignment. She won't have to wait for me to tell her. That red circle that she's got her mouse on is going to record her violin playing. And then she has to play it at the same speed as the music. So she'll show you what that looks like now. Make sure you select that first option, melodic through microphone. Nice job, Sydney.
Thank you.
So on the screen now, you can see some notes are green, some notes are yellow, and some notes are red. That's
Song is
supposed to
too
be
low.
What's too low?
No, the song is too slow.
Too slow. Right.
Yes, it is.
On Sydney's here, you can see that the first note is correct. After that, there's a yellow note. That means she played the right note, but not at the right time. And after that's a red note. That means that you played the wrong note entirely. But
Right.
Sydney, I think sometimes if it doesn't hear the note right, it'll still mark it as red. So, for example, when you have G 5 times in a row on the second line, I think you had that right. In fact, the red notes don't even show a different note. They show G. So I don't know why that did that. If you think that that happened to you, and this goes to anybody, if you think that you played it right, but SmartMusic's telling you it's wrong, there is a way to still get full credit on it. What's going to happen is now Sydney at the top of her page has a couple options. Delete, save, and submit. So delete will get rid of what she just played, and she would try again to record it. Don't do that yet.
Okay.
Save would mean if she wanted to keep that for another day, maybe it was halfway there, but she felt like she could do better tomorrow, she could hit save so that she could listen to it later. And submit would send it to me. If Sydney was playing Jingle Bells but thought this SmartMusic didn't listen to me correctly, I think I got it right, she could submit it anyways. And then I'll listen to it, and if I agree and I say, you know what, you are right, this SmartMusic didn't hear you right, then you still get full credit. So SmartMusic can be helpful in letting you know when something's right and wrong, but if you suspect that it didn't hear you correctly, then go ahead and submit it anyways. One thing that will help you if you're not sure is that if you click the blue and red button next to the record button, should be a blue triangle with a little red circle.
Yep, there it is.
There it is. That will play back what you just played into your Chromebook or whatever device you're using. So you can actually listen to yourself. maybe when you listen to yourself play, you might go, oh, actually, that does sound weird. And maybe you didn't notice it before. So, Sydney, can you show us what happens when you hit submit?
Oops, submit.
Yep.
Oh no, it's playing it. Okay, there we go. Comment your submission.
And then if you think that SmartMusic didn't grade you correctly, then you can just put that in the comments. Something like, I think this is right.
Okay. SmartMusic is wrong.
SmartMusic is not as smart as it thinks it is. And then submit.
It is not very smart.
Now when you hit submit, that recording will be sent to me. So better hope you're right. If I listen to it and go, oh no, SmartMusic's
I am right.
Okay, and then it takes a while, so when that sends, it sends. But that's the end of what you guys need to know, and you use this to try to earn more stickers in your Essential Elements book. If you need any help, you can always reach out to me by email, by comment on Google Classroom, and I'm happy to connect with you to help you out with these. I'm here to help with teaching, and I'll also help you with anything that has to do with SmartMusic or setting up Google Classroom. Sydney, thanks for your help. We're going to end the recording. Don't hang up.
Okay.